How's it going, everyone? It's Lucret here. Um, so, whenever I'm in the wrestling community or the Roblox community in general, I find one very common issue that a lot of people have, and it's that they don't know how to create a render or a lot of other really basic things that are actually very easy but can appear very intimidating at the same time. So, over the next few days or weeks or so, I'll be releasing a series that will teach you very basic things about like paint.net, clothing creation, etc. So today it'll be a video on renders and whatever you guys want later. So, you're going to need three things before you can get started here. You're going to need the Load Character plugin by Already Pro. It's free. Just come over here and click install, and it'll get everything set up after you have Roblox Studio. If you don't already have Roblox Studio, then you can just click this link and start creating, and everything should install and be fine. You'll also need Blender. If you need any of these things, I will have links in the description for you to go and download them. So first you're going to want to go to Roblox Studio, and you're going to want to select the basic template. Once you're in, and you have the Load Character plugin enabled, you're going to want to go to Plugins, Load Character, and you're going to want to type in your Roblox username down here in the box. I'll use me as an example. Be sure you select Spawn Origin so that it appears here, and whenever you go over to Blender, it's right in the center, and it's not going to be over here in the distance somewhere near the applications. Spawn R6, and there you should have your character model with the appropriate clothing on and everything. Now to manipulate and edit the body parts, this will not show you body part bending. That is something that will come in Blender, and I personally am not good enough to do bending. But if you want to do that, you can search it on YouTube and you'll definitely be able to find it. So you're going to find your Roblox username here. You're going to want to be sure on model. These are my settings for the moving increments and the rotating increments. You can copy them if you want to be able to move things more precisely like that. And I'll just do a very basic pose for this tutorial since I already have a render for this gimmick. There's one of the arms. Another one. And I will just move one of the legs back slightly. Now, if you want to move the head, if you have any sort of hair or hat attached to the head, you're going to have to make sure that you select both the head and the hair and all the other hats, or just the hair, or just a hat. To do this, you're going to want to click head, and then hold down control, and also click the hair or the hats, all of them. And then once you have all of them selected, you are free to manipulate them and turn them however you want. This is just a very basic pose. You can do a lot more different things with the arms and such, but for this video I'm just going to make a small quick render. You're going to want to right click on your Roblox username over here, export selection. You're going to want to put this in a file somewhere that you know where it'll be. Then you want to name it something you can remember and find, save, and you are now done with Roblox Studio. However, I would recommend leaving it open, as sometimes if you close it, it can cause some issues with Blender, and you don't really want that. So then, open up Blender, and come over here. Ignore this. You will have this cube in the middle. Just hit delete on your keyboard, or I'm pretty sure, yeah, just hit delete on your keyboard. Should be fine. And then you're going to want to go over here to File, Import, Wavefront OBJ. Click that, and they're going to want to find the appropriate OBJ file. You want to go over here and click Import OBJ. Go down here to this little circle. As when you put it in, it's on solid, but you want it to be a texture. Bad. For this example, I personally I don't use this light. I use something different. To move the camera, you're going to want to press Shift and F, which moves it around. And if you want to move faster, you can hold down Shift to navigate quickly. So first we have to get our basic settings over here sorted out. You're going to want to go to resolution, whatever that may be. It may not be 1920 by 1080. That's just what size my monitor is. You're going to want to slide this up to 100 by clicking and sliding it. And then you're going to want to go down here to shading, alpha, and change it from sky to transparent. That will make the background of the finished image transparent, and you can just, it's a lot easier to manipulate and put on different things. Then you want to go over here to this globe image. You're going to want to turn on ambient occlusion, environment lighting, and indirect lighting. This will overall just make your render look a lot better as a finished product, and it's personally what I use every time. Next, you're going to want to get your camera in position to take the final picture. So press O on your numpad, Shift F, and then move all the way over. Get the camera positioned as you would want for the render. Try and get it as centered as possible for maximum convenience whenever you try and use this later. So you're going to go over here to render and render image. Blender will then process it, and you can scroll out to see the full thing. If you're finished, then you can go down here to image and save it as an image. Take it to whatever file, or folder you want, and then type in the name of the finished image. Once you get that done, click over here and click Save as Image. And now, when you go to that said folder, you should have your finished complete render. And there you go. The background is transparent, so it's adapting to the natural light that is the background of the Windows photo viewer. And there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you can get sorted out fairly easily. If you have any issues, comment down below what they are, and I will try to respond to you and get everything sorted out. Bye-bye.